My name is Robin Brownfield. I'm a former sociology professor and union organizer, and I have a background in journalism and directing community programs. I got involved in doing this primarily because of my activity around calling for a ceasefire in Gaza. I've been active in all sorts of movements since I was 12 years old. This seems more urgent than many things that we've dealt with in the past, because it's our government that is financing the genocide that's going on, where over 35,000 people have been murdered using our tax money and weapons produced by our country. There's two things going on that I see. There are a lot of people who are up in arms or furious or upset about our involvement in committing a genocide. But there's also a lot of people, including our congressmen, who are facilitating the genocide. Donald Norcross has a stellar voting record for everything related to war. He votes to arm Israel, increase military spending at every turn. He just voted to condemn the phrase "from the river to the sea" as being anti-Semitic. And as somebody who was raised by Jewish parents, it's not anti-Semitic. Genocide committed by anyone is wrong. Many Jews, including my husband, myself, members of my family, are furious that genocide is being committed in our names. We don't condone that. This has come to a point. I had always asked myself what I would do if we had a situation like the Holocaust in World War II. What would I do if I knew there were concentration camps that were warehousing people and murdering them, starving them to death? I always felt that I would fight it in whatever way I could. And that's what I'm trying to do now. Donald Norcross is being funded by AIPAC, Lockheed Martin, by Raytheon, by Holtec. He has a vested interest in making sure that they get what they want. I have a vested interest in making sure that lives are saved. The monies that are being sent to murder people in other countries could better be used by helping people here, providing services like a single-payer healthcare system, jobs with livable incomes that help stem climate change, that provide services that people need, whether it's social services, whether it's assistance in getting through life on a day-to-day basis, whether it's housing. Cost of housing has risen so tremendously. What I'm trying to do is avoid having most people end up living in tents, reallocating all the billions and billions and trillions of dollars being sent for military purposes so that we have housing for all. Schools that can service people in their communities. We have an issue right here in town. If the federal government made funding education a bigger priority, maybe the Board of Education would not be in this bind where they're robbing Peter to pay Paul to try to keep their schools open. We also need to ensure that our elections are fair, that we have true democracy. Right now, where you have the Democrats and Republicans pretty much telling us who we should be voting for, if we want to eliminate the spoiler effect that people are afraid of, We have to have ranked choice voting. Ranked choice voting would eliminate the spoiler effect. In my district, we have the city of Camden, which is one of the poorest cities in the country. Camden has high unemployment. It has a high homelessness rate. It's got all the problems of economically and racially oppressed communities all over the country. I would like to see happen a real Green New Deal, creating jobs with livable incomes that also have some meaning to them. So cleaning up the environment, which we need very desperately here. Finding ways to save the ecosystem here. People working in social services, finding homes, getting homes, dealing with problems of addiction, domestic violence, the kinds of things that can destroy people's lives. I would like to see the rights of workers to organize protected better. We need somebody running for Congress who will be the voice of reason, who will be the voice of peace and diplomacy, who will not determine how he or she votes based on who's funding him.